Start.
Good morning. Today we are going to discuss preamble of the Constitution, and particularly preamble is a very important one regarding by the interpretation by the Supreme Court, any legislation or constitution. Maybe some of the jurists have explained it. Preamble is part of the Constitution, or the preamble is not part of the Constitution. That can be amendable under Article 368 of the Constitution or not. Maybe in this aspect, Supreme Court given clear verdicts regarding the preamble that can be amendable or that is a part of the Constitution or not, or any portion inserted by the Constitution, by the Constitution makers through the amendments or whatever it may be. And particularly, and we are going to be discuss the preamble. And what is the preamble? What is the meaning of the preamble? And what is the source of the preamble? And was made preamble and was adapted and given. This totally will come under preamble. And generally, preamble, what is a preamble? Preamble is a preface of any statute. And particularly, we are going to be discussing Constitution perspective. Preamble is the key to open the minds of the Constitution makers. And Birbaris case, Supreme Court judge already clear given regarding what is the preamble. That is the key to open the minds of the makers of the Constitution. Why any issue has came or interpretation, any words of the Constitution as uncertain, is difficulty to interpretation. In those circumstances, the preamble will be interfered. And what is the aim and all objectives of the Constitution? That totally mentioned in the preamble by the Constitutional Assembly. And one more thing here, the Constitutional Assembly drafting by the recommendations of the Constitutional Assembly, the drafting committee has prepared and more discussions was going event on a Constitutional Assembly, and totally last one the Constitutional Assembly they accepted Constitution. And last part that is prepared by the Constitutional Assembly is only preamble. After the completion of the Constitution, and what is the aims and aspirations of the people who have sacrificed their lives to get the freedom in Freedom War, who have sacrificed their lives in freedom to get India changed to the police state to welfare state. The Constitution makers also, as I mentioned that the Constitution to be aims and aspirations of the people of India. And for this one, from the starting preamble, we the people of India. Yes, we the people of India have solemnly resolved to ourselves, adapted and given to ourselves. And preamble, for the source of the preamble is the people of India. The people of India has made and adapted and to give ourselves only. Preamble is a give to ourselves. The source of the preamble is the people of India. And this aspects, Constitution makers has given as a clear importance towards the Constitution, and what was mentioned in the Constitution in totally nutshell they are mentioned in the preamble. Not only Constitution, any statute we are going to be read out that one, we will discuss that one. Compulsory they will be fixed, and what are the conventions and what are the objectives, what are the discussed in the particular statute, they may be as a briefly the nutshell that can be explained in the preface of the particular statute or whatever it may be, book or whatever it may be. In the same perspective, what are the constitution having the provisions, fundamental rights and justice. Justice is a socially, economically and politically justice, equality of opportunities and promote common God, fraternity, belief, faith and worship, and unity and integrity of the nation. The totally what are mentioned in the constitution, maybe there is a fundamental rights or guiding principles or whatever it may be. The same, the objectives are mentioned in the preamble. And so nowadays, there may be a Supreme Courts also, while delivering the judgment, while delivering the interpretation to the Constitution or any particular statute, preamble is playing a very important role, particularly interpretation of the Constitution. And what is the motive? The particular sentence, the particular word was inserted, where particular word was mentioned in the Constitution by the Constitution makers. Constitution makers has mentioned one provision, one article in the Constitution, and what are their objective and what are their motive for mentioning this one. If any contradictions was raised, the Supreme Court, while delivering the judgment, that may be interpreted through the preamble. What was the preamble mentioned in the preamble? Justice, social, economical, political aspects, equality aspects, fraternity aspects, unity and integrity aspects, those to be considered while they are interpreting the particular word or sentence or any provision of the Constitution. Clear though, what was mentioned in the Constitution, that was totally in a glimpse as a nutshell was mentioned in the preamble. At the inception, Constitution was framed and accepted by the Constituent Assembly November 26, 1949. At the time, some of the provisions came into immediate effect, but they came into force January 26, 1950 only. And for this one, at the inception, at the immediate enforcement of the Constitution, in the particular preamble, only some words was mentioned, that is the sovereign, democratic republic. And later stages, that is the Birubari's case, Supreme Court has stated that the preamble is not part of the Constitution, and the preamble is not having the power of the Constitution, power towards the Constitution. But later cases, Goloknath cases of the same was repeated. But Keshavananda Bharati was the state of Kerala state, right? So it's Keshavananda Bharati's case. The Supreme Court has given guidelines. Full bench of the Supreme Court, 13 judges of the Supreme Court are framed that one. That is a preamble is a part of the Constitution, and preamble can be amended under Article 368 of the Constitution, but cannot be abridges or away the basic features of the preamble, what was mentioned by the Constitution makers to achieve the aims and aspirations of the people of India. And for this one, Keshavananda Bharati's case is a great turning point in fundamental rights aspects in Constitution, regarding Constitution, regarding fundamental rights, and regarding preamble. And for this one, Keshavananda Bharati's case has clearly stated that there is a preamble is under the part of the Constitution, and Parliament having the power to amend under Article 368. And for this one, and based on this verdict, the Parliament is amended preamble through the 42 Constitutional Amendment Act 1976, and certain words was inserted. That is a socialist, secular, and integrity. And before that one, after the immediate enforcement of the Constitution, some of the words, there is a sovereign democratic republic was mentioned in the preamble, but later 42 Constitutional Amendment, there is a socialist sovereign also included under it. At the same time, unity of the nation, that was clear before that one, and 42 Amendment Act, that was mentioned unity and integrity of the nation in the preamble. And for this one, after that one, they are having the more enforceable what was mentioned through the 42 Constitutional Amendment Act. And several verdicts also, Supreme Court also clearly stated that there is a preamble is part of the Constitution, and the Parliament also cannot be abridges the basic features of the preamble and regarding to the preamble. And in this one, what is sovereignty? So what is sovereignty? Sovereignty, and before that one, before we got to independence, we are under the rule of British India, British rulers. But now, the India having sovereignty internally and externally, and we cannot depend on any nation, any state. And the India having full power to make agreements and to do their business relations and whatever it may be, is internally and externally. And we cannot depend on particular any state or any country, and we will make decisions as independently. And we are not subsidiary of any particular country. We are the independent, and we are having the power, and we are having the independently with further nations, further countries in this one, sovereignty. What is democratic? Can be democratic. What is a democratic? By the people, of the people, for the people. And particularly democratic of government, two ways of governments, direct and indirect. What is a direct? And in this one, free and fair elections where may be done, that is a democratic access. By the direct democratic access, the people of the peoples are participated in directly in the government. Our second one, maybe indirectly they may be participated in the government through their representatives, like as an MLAs and MPs, and their representatives of the people, though may be taken as a decision on behalf of the India, on behalf of our nation. But there is no monarchy in this one. Democratic system, the total power in the hands of the people. The people may elect certain persons to be their representative. Those are not having to be elected person as a representative, they may be defeated in elections. But here, free and fair elections is very, very necessary for a democratic government, to establish a democratic government, democratic nation. And the next one, what is the republic? Can be republic, but India is having any monarch. Like as what is the system was followed in UK, Britain. Even though in Britain system, the one parliament was going, but totally under the head of the king. The head of the king is permanent, but the government will be changes by the will of the people, by the representatives, by the elected leader. But in India, in Republic, even though head of the state, head of the country, head of the nation is not a hereditary. The person is elected by the people, maybe that indirectly for a limited period only. Any person can be to reach that post, to reach that place. There is no any hereditary monarch on that particular place. Republic, any individual can be reached that place for a particular period only. In this one, socialistic can be socialistic. What is the socialistic in the towards the constitution, towards the preamble, and what was mentioned in the preamble that can be enshrined in the constitution. Here, 42 Constitutional Amendment Act, some of the words, some socialist words was inserted in preamble. But here, Socialist means not communistic socialist. Here, democratic socialism to eradicate inequalities of income and standard of life. And but generally, communistic socialism, that is a different aspect. But here, democratic socialism to eradicate inequalities of income and standards of life to their people, to the people of India. And this aspect, this is socialistic, was inserted by the parliament. In this aspect, all persons to be getting equal opportunities without any discrimination or distinction in this one. And next one, secularism. Can be secularism. What is the secularism? India having any religion and particular state religion, and some of the countries are prevailing, following the state religion is one religion. But in India, India cannot be support, cannot be profess any particular religion. They should be treat all the religions to be treated as equally. And based on their religions, caste, communal issues, whatever it may be, India cannot be recognized as their own or profess a particular religion. To be treated as all religions, to be treated as equal. They give the equal importance. And at the same time, every individual person having the opportunity, having the right to profess and to propagate his religion. The same was mentioned in fundamental rights. Every individual having the right to profess, to propagate his religion or his belief, faith and worship towards the religion. At the same time, they must be responsible to accountable to the particular country, to India. What was mentioned under fundamental rights? Here, secularism means India cannot be recognized as any particular religion of their own. They may be treated, all religions to be treated as equally, and they are giving what are the rights and liability, rights and opportunities to all the religions as equally. And another aspect, justice. What was mentioned in the preamble, the same thing is mentioned in Constitution. Here, justice, socially, economically and politically. Socially justice, economical justice and political justice. What is the social justice? In social justice, who are socially and educationally backward is there. In further, they are providing Constitution, Article 15, Article 16, they are providing certain rights to them also to develop their individually, by their caste, their religion and whatever it may be. And for that, social justice. And who are the downtrodden socially, to upgrade them, to make laws through the Constitution, or to provide certain fundamental rights or the directive principles towards the state to implement, to make laws for their development. To do justice them equally, who are socially upliftment, or socially hybrid persons. And economical justice. Economical justice is nothing but, and who are having to look to develop economically the weaker sections, or some of the persons who are having low income of particular persons. They can develop that one, providing opportunities to them to develop their standard of life, human conditions. What was discussed last month? That is what is the inequalities of income. And for this one, Supreme Court also gave certain verdicts, that is equal pay for equal work. Before that one, some discrimination is there regarding men who are working, they are getting more salary, and women who are working the same work but they are getting minimum salary. And for this one, discriminate inequalities of income, and this is provide economical justice. Equal pay for equal work. There is no discrimination between the men and women, or higher and lower, and cannot be done that. And political justice. Every individual has the right to contest the elections, and the state also cannot discriminate the persons to contest in political activities. And fraternity. What is a fraternity? Fraternity is nothing but a brotherhood. And particularly in India, different religions, different castes was prevailing in India. But here, fraternity, all the religions, all the castes, all the persons who are living in India, they are having one relation, that is a brotherhood. Even though different castes, different religions were growing in India, they are possessing their caste and their religion beliefs, but all are united with brotherhood, and their thoughts, belief, faith, worship towards their God. Even though some of the religion having the faith, belief towards a particular God, and some of the religion having the belief, faith towards their God, and they profess, they propagate the religious activities, but those are to be having the relation as a brotherhood, fraternity, equality. What is equality? Equality of status and promote among all. And in this one, fundamental rights are mentioned: equality before the law, equal protection of the laws. All are should be equal before the law. And but Supreme Court certain cases, certain circumstances has given that classification, class legislation, variation. Even though there is clear cut equality, all are should be treated as equally, but certain circumstances who are deprived by the ground of race, color, sex, in those circumstances, those are having certain privileges, certain rights guaranteed by the Constitution. To update in their upliftment, they are providing certain guidelines, certain rights to them. For this one, are to be treated as equally and to promote among them all. And unity and integrity. And what is that? Individual dignity. Can be individual dignity to be accept individual dignity, all rights will be prevail to the individual. It cannot be survived. It's a dignity, individual dignity of individual is very, very important. Even though the Supreme Court also clearly mentioned that under Article 21, right to life and personal liberty, no procedure to be established by law. No person shall be deprived of his life or personal liberty except the procedure established by law, Article 21. The Supreme Court also, dignity of the individual in several circumstances are uplifted and given guidelines or judgments in this aspect. Right to life and personal liberty includes the person having individual and these aspects. And for this one, every individual having the capability to do and purpose to having the liberty. What was sanctioned, and every individual having the liberty, what was allowed by the law, and particularly if any particular statute allowed the particular persons to do anything, what was allowed by the law, in those circumstances is having the liberty to do the same. What prohibited by the law, the person is not having any liberty to do the same. What is the liberty? What is allowed by the law? what was allowed by the law, and those circumstances the individual having the liberty to do what was allowed by law. In those circumstances, he was having the liberty, he may do everything. But the integrity of the nation, and before that, after the immediate commencement of the constitution, the India is a union of states. And 42 Constitutional Amendment Act, the integrity particular word was inserted in the preamble. In this one, integrity, unity and integrity of the nation. And all should be treated as equally. All the states should be treated as equally. Even though in India, federal system, quasi-federal system was prevailing, but in those federal system, what was taken as from America. But in federal system, the state having the right to away from particular nation. But here, once the particular state to be added, to be merged in India, the state is not having any right to away from the nation. Cannot be ceded from the nation. Once any state was merged or added, a particular union of states in Union of States of India, that cannot be go away, cannot be ceded. That must